I'm with Rohit Chawla, and he's the creator of this amazing installation called Hair and Her. Rohit, right behind you is this tile which says Women, Life, Freedom, and these absolutely amazing images of women wrapped up in their hair. And here I see that you have a bunch of, that there's some hair here. I mean, what does this all mean?
Well, the impetus of all this installation was essentially the Iranian crisis. When a young girl, all of 22 years old, went to a mall with her parents and a few tendrils of her hair escaped her hijab and she had to pay for the price of her life. So if it was an impetus for Iran for change. So imagine, and here is the hair apartheid has been practiced all over the world. It started from Draupadi. Whenever you want to demean somebody, you say that maine usko apne balon se ghasita. So this is about not just Iran or Islamophobic or anything. It's true of our country, it's true of Africa, it's true of America. Lesbians have been shamed for, look at the Vrindavan window. So this is essentially about how hair has been used as an object of subjugation of women. So hopefully...
But you took these pictures, Rohit. I mean, you're one of India's best known photographers. So what is it that moved you about this moment in Iran, about this uprising, about women's freedoms?
It was strange because most of my friends are women and they're strong women. So this particular artist and actress in Iran, I shot the portrait for Tarun Tahiliani about 5 years ago, which is behind it. So when that crisis broke in Iran, I flew her into Goa and she agreed to do this picture for me in a dilapidated house right next to my house in Goa. So this became a starting point for us, and hopefully we're going to take this to across the world. You see, the women have come, men. You know what surprises me? Just not only it resonates with women, it resonates with men too. Anybody who believes in equality of the sexes or the fact that you can't subjugate any race or gender. This is done well. It's going to go to 13 different countries.
So people are they're chopping little blocks of their hair.
Yeah.
And they're putting it into this little box, right?
Yeah. So this is it. So Jyoti, you got to donate one strand of your hair. 2.
So how did you, I mean, just explain to me the motivation behind you making these images. I mean, the woman over there on top with, and she's completely covered in hair.
So it's actually, I didn't want it to be religion phobic, but having said that, this is like a burqa made out of hair. So I mean, we live in a very dangerous times where everybody can misinterpret anything you do. So you have to be careful. So you have to be very subtle. We live in really. So artistic freedom is under the biggest threat there is in the world now. Most people can't say what they want to say, and especially in a mainstream trade fair like this. So I had to temper down what I really wanted to show. So this is basically a good compromise. When you see the exhibition in its totality, then
a burqa made out of hair.
Oh, that's what it is. I mean, you have to figure it out for
right.
yourself.
And what about this woman here at the bottom, where her hands are all tied up when her face is.
So you got to see this film. I'm going to send you this film.
Okay.
So this film was again shot in my studio in Goa. It's sung one of the greatest Bangladeshi singers. And my partner in crime for this was, I believe, the brightest woman in Indian advertising. There's a woman called Swati Bhattacharya. It was a simple idea. As a photographer, one does cosmetic things. But she took it forward and we collaborated together. And hopefully we're going to take it to different parts of the world. So I give a lot of credit to Swati Bhattacharya, who's the only woman chairperson of one of the largest agencies in India. So it's like a joint collaboration between me and her.
It's fantastic, Rohit. All the best. It's very moving, very, very stirring.
Thank you, Jyoti.
Thank you for speaking to me. This is Jyoti Malhotra with Rohit Chawla at the India Art Fair.